1996 Mesa Boogie, Mesa Engineering Boogie. Call it what you will. This is a Mark I reissue, and it's got a lot more gain on tap than the original. Good or bad, you decide. I like it. This is my favorite of all the boogies because it's truest to the original. It's still got the same hobbling component choices that good old Randy was known for, but it doesn't matter. This is a fun ride. This one is giving its owner some grief because he likes to play lead guitar in the style of Santana. And when he's rolling around on the high registers, the amp is rewarding him with not only juicy and sparkly pick attack, but with some frequency doubling, some distortion, some kind of note doubling. Could it be the filter caps? Highly doubt it. It's not on the low register. Speaker cone cry? Probably not. Massive magnet. Let's find out what's up. All right, now for something completely different. We got a Mesa Boogie Mark I reissue on a bench. And what's it doing? Well, I'm getting some odd frequency distortion only on the high register of my guitar, and the owner's getting the same thing at volume. And at volume means at 3 on the master. This thing is so incredibly loud, but it sounds so incredibly good other than that one issue. So we're gonna get inside of this chassis and see what exactly is going on, because I've played the same key but lower in a register and it's not doing it. I don't think it's a sympathetic vibration thing. It's not a standing wave thing. It's only on the high notes. So I can't even demonstrate this for you guys because it's so incredibly loud. It's just going to clip the phone to hell. So we'll get back to it. All right, so I'm just going to make a quick visual inspection and then I gotta go. But I'll tell you what, these blue filter caps, these big electrolytics are United Chemicons and Chemicons, and these are really high quality caps. This amp isn't all that old. I think this is a 1996, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see. But nothing blatantly obvious. At the outset of a visual inspection, I'm not seeing anything that appears to be burnt. So that's a good thing. There's no smoke and gun. But there is one thing that I wish I would have thought about this before I took it out of the cab. So this right here, you guys who are familiar with the Mark series, that's exactly how loose it was. What if that was vibrating sympathetically? What if that was doing, well, what a pipe dream, huh? What a pipe dream. If only it was that easy. But I'm gonna be doing some measuring. All right, sorry about that. I lost you there. Okay, so take a peek there in the center of the shot, beyond this cluster of wires right there. Let me grab a chopstick. You're gonna see a cross-shaped array of resistors right here. That's your phase inverter. And if you look over here on this side, these are your phase inverter coupling caps right here. Those guys are sitting in the way of more than 400 volts DC, but they're individually rated to withstand 400 working volts. That's not good. That always ends up in a ruined set of output tubes at the very least, and there's some very sad outcomes that can happen as well, but we won't talk about that, will we? No. So I'm going to want to change these guys out as soon as I possibly can. Yeah, everything else is just all talk. I'm just doing a quick visual here because I gotta go. Sadly, these bullet-shaped caps here, these yellow guys, that's another point of failure on these amps. These are tantalum caps, and much like their little film counterparts here, they're underrated for the environment that they're living in. Those guys like to short. They're good because they're very, very precise and stable. However, the way Mesa specs them out, they're just not in a... It's a very hostile work environment, is what I'm trying to say. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, when I have bandwidth, is we'll go through and test the live chassis. We're going to make sure we don't have any leaky caps, any failing solder joints, and any of that stuff here. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the tubes and all that stuff. We'll make sure the chassis hardware is tight. But I'm just wondering, you know, just looking at this little guy here, wondering what role he might be playing, if any. Maybe none, but this should be nice and firmly screwed against the inner upper portion of the chassis, the ceiling of it, if you will. And what's it do? Well, it then applies a down force to the chassis itself. So, and in the hopes of there being less vibrations, that little guy was installed, and it should, if it's going to be in there, then it should be installed all the way. So let's see what we can do. But it's looking good. Actually, a decent looking circuit board from Mesa, except the formal coating is the type that smells like cat urine when you go to heat it up. But it sure sounds great. I'm not going to get all negative about it, because I think this is one of the best Mark series amps, and it's got a pretty good reverb. This is a really fun amp to play. I find that the reissues have a bit more gain on tap than the originals did. But hey, take it or leave it, you know. Take it or leave it. That's up to you to decide whether that's a good thing or not. But yeah, otherwise, she's looking pretty healthy from here. So right off hand, that's my quick appraisal. And of course, we're going to want to test it outside of its own cab to rule out any sort of resonance or speaker issues. And I highly doubt it's a speaker issue with that monster that's sitting in the back of it. And I think it's got a big black shadow, but yeah, it's got a giant black shadow sitting back there. So you guys take it easy. Have a good evening. What's today's date? My birthday is actually on the 6th. So I guess I have a couple of days before that goes down. What am I going to do, you ask? Well, I'm glad. Hopefully nothing. I would like to have a day where I just do nothing. That would be, except for work on amp stuff. I would just like a day of straight work. That would be amazing. And I got a lot on deck here too, you guys. I got a deluxe reverb reissue. Obviously, I have this Mesa Boogie. I got 2 champs. I got a third one swirling around. We're trying to manage getting that thing to land. It's in a hold-in pattern. And then we got a bunch of other stuff coming in. It's a wonderful week here, guys. So you guys take care out there.